Hey everyone, welcome back to Fantasy Theory. I wanted to talk about the new rumor or report that there won't be a She-Hulk Season 2 as of now. Now before jumping into this, let me know down below, did you watch She-Hulk or did you skip it? And if you watched it, what did you think? Let's jump into it. The She-Hulk show followed Jessica Walters, Bruce Banner, or the Hulk's cousin, after they both get into an accident and she ends up getting Hulk's blood and forming into her own She-Hulk. The show basically concerns itself with her balancing life as a Hulk and an attorney at law, hence the title She-Hulk Attorney at Law. The show, however, I believe flopped and flopped bad. I like to go by this. I know a lot of people don't like to go by this, but I want to go by this, the Rotten Tomato scores. Critics thought it was above average with a 77%, which is close as hell to 80%, by the way. And fans give it an average score of 32%, which is really not good. What confuses me is that it seems, in terms of Rotten Tomatoes, a lot of people watched it, with over 600 critic reviews and over 10,000 audience scores. But I do remember that it didn't even make the Nielsen numbers when the show came out. That means not a lot of households watched it, so there was nothing to report. Now granted, maybe people were watching this over time and didn't catch the first few months that it was out, and that's fair. But it seems that a lot of people who did see it did not like it, and judging by this next quote by She-Hulk actress Tatiana Maslany, she says, "I think we blew our budget, and Disney was like, no thanks." Now this means to me at least that the budget to the viewership was the issue. If you didn't know, the She-Hulk budget was $25 million an episode, or $225 million for the season, which is absolutely insane to think about. To put in perspective, according to users on Twitter and, just a Google search, the movie like Spider-Man No Way Home had a $200 million budget, and shows like Obi-Wan Kenobi only had $90 million as a budget. Now granted, She-Hulk was 9 episodes, but why is She-Hulk getting that big of a budget and getting 9 episodes? It does seem like Disney is pulling back and trying for quality over quantity now. Disney basically saying the budget was way too big for a show that did not do good viewership numbers, so why pour more money into it into a season 2? That's just what I make of this. The complaints from the show: bad CGI, especially for the budget it was given, a sitcom that many people did not find funny, the Hulk being so underused and pushed to the side, especially when She-Hulk was on screen, and of course the scene with Megan Thee Stallion. You know the one I'm talking about. The show also poked fun at internet-like trolls, which some people didn't really like. Now, believe it or not, I actually enjoyed the show. I know I sound crazy, but I thought the She-Hulk character was actually used pretty good. I, of course, loved the debut of Daredevil officially in the MCU, and I actually liked the dynamic of the two. It definitely had its pros and cons, but the cons did outweigh the pros to many people. Now, I don't think this is it for the character. I think she'll be very prominent in an eventual Hulk movie, perhaps World War Hulk, and to the Avengers films. She may even pop up to defend some heroes in the MCU court. So no, I don't think she's going anywhere, but I do think this does mean less of her, obviously, because there is no season 2. She-Hulk. Some people love it, some people don't. What do you guys think? I know She-Hulk is not on top of the list of shows people want to watch, or shows and movies to come next in the Marvel slate, but I do really believe they tried to make this a success, which is good to see, right? Like they put Daredevil and Wong and Hulk and Robot Kevin Feige in the show, so they definitely were hoping this would pop off. Of course, they believed in it because they gave it that budget, but wow. I believe we may see a lot of this going forward, with projects being canceled or just not greenlit, which could be good to some people and bad to others. Again, I like the show, so I'm defending it as much as I can, but I can't anymore because I see where people are coming from, and I see where Disney is coming from not greenlighting a season 2. That show did need that budget because they explained the CGI just cost so much, and of course her CGI form, with her being the center of the show, whenever she is She-Hulk, it costs money, as opposed to just using a regular human as the main character. But the argument I see then, if it was going to be that much of an issue, it shouldn't have even been greenlit in the first place. But again, Kenobi should not have had a smaller budget than She-Hulk. I mean, that just seems like common sense. Anyway, let me know what you think. Does She-Hulk deserve the hate it gets, and should it be greenlit for season 2, or should they just swallow their pride and swallow their losses and not continue with the season? Thanks so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have an incredible day.